Hi, welcome to Future Technos. Once in a while, you'll see a company so confident in the product they've built that they're willing to sponsor a video with no restrictions, no scripts, no talking points, no checklist of what to say. They simply send the device and say, talk about it however you want. And that usually means they know the product is a banger. This is one of those moments. This is the brand new Lenovo Legion 5. For some quick background, the Legion 5 has been one of the best-selling gaming laptops in its class for the past few years. It gained that reputation because it struck a balance between performance, design, and price. A lot of reviewers, and even regular users, found it to be reliable and consistent. But it hasn't always been that way. If you go back before 2019, Lenovo's gaming laptops weren't great. They ran too hot. They didn't manage cooling properly. They weren't very good products at all. Something changed around 2019. Lenovo figured out how to cool their systems the right way. They redesigned the internals, worked on airflow, and finally got the balance right. Since then, the Legion series has built a reputation as one of the most trusted choices for gamers. That's why year after year, this line is recommended almost universally. This year, things have taken another big step. The Legion 5 has been completely redesigned. It's thinner, it's lighter, it runs quieter, it performs better. And all of that comes in a package that's more compact than before. That makes it especially appealing to students or anyone who wants performance without carrying around a bulky brick. The Legion 5 is still the entry-level product in Lenovo's Legion stack, but what they've done this year makes it stand out more than ever. The first thing that grabs your attention is its size. This isn't a typical gaming laptop size. It's a 15-inch laptop in a market that's been dominated by 14-inch and 16-inch devices. That makes it unique. And in a practical way, too. A 16-inch laptop often struggles to fit in regular backpacks, while a 14-inch sometimes feels cramped for gaming. The Legion 5 sits right in between. It's big enough to give you that immersive display, but small enough to actually carry around comfortably. It's also surprisingly thin. The chassis comes in around 20 or 21 millimeters, and the weight stays under 2 kilograms. That's impressive for a laptop designed for gaming. You can slip it into a bag without feeling like you're lugging around a heavy workstation. For students who move between classrooms, dorms, and libraries, or professionals who want to use one laptop for both work and play, this is a strong advantage. On the sides, the ports are pretty solid. You get 2 USB-C ports, 3 USB-A ports, and an Ethernet jack. That means you've got both modern and traditional connectivity covered. Unfortunately, there's no SD card reader here, which could disappoint creators who rely on one. But the essentials are all present. On the back, you still get your power connector and HDMI. That's useful if you have a more permanent desk setup, because your key cables run neatly out of the back and keep the sides less cluttered. Now let's talk about the display. This is one of the highlights of the new Legion 5. It comes with a 15.1-inch OLED panel in a 16:10 aspect ratio. That's unusual and honestly a bit rare. You don't see many laptops in this size with OLED, especially in the mid-range gaming space. It's a panel that offers rich colors, deep contrast, and very good brightness. The image looks sharp and vibrant. Being OLED, it is glossy, so you'll notice reflections in bright environments. But the trade-off is worth it for most people because the picture quality is so good. Lenovo also offers an IPS option for lower configurations, but the OLED panel is the one that really stands out. For gamers, it means fast response times and immersive visuals. For students or anyone watching movies or editing content, it means better clarity and deeper colors. It's a versatile screen that raises the whole experience. The keyboard here is another strong point. Lenovo has brought their TrueStrike keyboard design over from their ThinkPad line. If you've typed on a ThinkPad before, you'll know how comfortable and responsive it feels. The Legion 5 inherits that same solid typing experience. The keys have a satisfying travel distance and a well-defined actuation point. Whether you're gaming, writing essays, or coding, it feels reliable. Backlighting is included, and depending on the model you choose, you can go with a standard white backlight or even RGB. The touchpad is accurate, though like most gaming laptops, it isn't the main focus since gamers will usually connect an external mouse. Now powering this machine is AMD's new Ryzen AI 7350 processor. This is a mid-range chip, but it's strong enough to handle modern games and creative workflows without a problem. It also does well for day-to-day productivity tasks, thanks to its efficiency. What makes it interesting is that it also comes with an NPU, which means it supports Windows Copilot features. Tools like live translation and other AI functions get a boost directly from this chip. It's not just about gaming power, but also about being ready for AI-driven features that are slowly becoming part of everyday computing. At this point, one of the biggest questions I had when I first looked at this device was about thermals. It's smaller and more compact than before, and cooling powerful hardware in a tight space is always a challenge. Inside, you're dealing with CPUs and GPUs that can draw a lot of power, and that heat needs to go somewhere. But Lenovo has been smart about it. They're using what they call a hyperchamber cooling system. The idea is simple but effective. They circulate air across both the CPU and GPU using a chamber design that contains the hot air before it exhausts. That reduces temperatures by a few degrees compared to not having it. It doesn't sound like much, but in laptops, every degree counts. On top of that, you get 2 large fans that help move air quickly. The result is a system that runs cooler than you might expect given its slim profile.